So I hope people have taken this opportunity to accumulate what cheap crypto they can because the market's looking a little bit bouncy. SHIB is looking very comfortable in its structure right now. And in fact, there's a couple events this week that are happening that may create some volatility needed to make these upward movements. SHIB might be again in a different zip code as we move through this week. And we're going to talk about that as well as a few other exciting signs right now. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell again. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So although Shiba Inu had 2 red days, we dealt with some red across the crypto market, some dumping. What we have started to do is print a green candle here on Sunday. Again, this is a very low volume weekend, $67 billion in daily trading volume. Shiba Inu around $150 million or so today. But again, look where SHIB just continues to rest at, right at its long-term trend. It's waiting for that spring basically. All right. So we have again set the SHIB double bottom. We're still seeing conviction from holders. We're seeing whale accumulation. We're seeing all the right signs in terms of SHIB in general. And again, what we're doing is going opposite that Ethereum trend. All right. This is exactly what we want to be doing here. Now, where things are looking really interesting around the market is if we take a look at the total market cap of crypto, what we actually did was we came back, we tested those March highs, and look at what it's doing. It's curving around, sure looking like it's about to move back to the upside. All right. Now, this isn't to guarantee or financial advice or anything like that, but we're getting a little bit of pep in our step. We're starting to see shorts get liquidated to the upside. A lot of them are starting to fleer and clear their positions out. And that's a great sign, right? Because a lot of this downward pressure has been because of shorts. It has been because they just mounted this huge attack on longs and they won that battle, right? But here's the thing. We can start to see these things flip around and start to move the opposite direction. And what's interesting here is we're not just seeing this in the overall market cap of crypto. We're starting to see this in the total 2 as well. So all assets outside of BTC, nice little curve taking place there. Total 3, again, double bottom, nice little curve taking place here. That was a perfect test again on those March, April highs here. All right. So frankly, what we may have just seen was the market bottom. Now, this isn't a guarantee or financial advice or anything like that, but look at how comfortably we are looking up in these ranges. Now, what I will say is just on Friday, we saw almost that CME gap get closed in terms of BTC. Now, some people are still saying, oh, we got to go down. We got to close this. No, we don't. Historically speaking, this is a gap that does not get closed. Again, I want to reference it all the way back here. This gap was not closed until the bear market cycle. So this was actually kind of a huge opportunity. It obviously had to do with manipulation and liquidation events and blah, 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 blah that I won't get too much into in this video. But now we've had a nice bounce and we're actually looking at like we might want to close this CME gap to the upside, which is all the way at about 94K or so. I'm not saying that's going to happen today or anything like that. But what we do have this week is a couple very important events. So first of all, Tuesday. Tuesday is a pretty big day, a very unpredictable day. And why I'm mentioning this is when we look back at all these times that the market is dumped over the last month here, we have seen tariff news. Okay. Tariff news has not been good for the market. It's made retail very reactionary. And unfortunately on Tuesday, that is when that's the deadline for the Canada-Mexico tariffs. All right. That would be the day that they are in fact put in place unless some big trade agreement is reached. So we have to wait and see how retail is going to react to that. Are people going to keep reacting to the same news over and over again? If we do get a big reaction from retail once again, know that we could come down in terms of price. It might be another opportunity. However, this may be where, again, people are thinking that they're just a little bit smarter than the market, and this may be where people get left behind. Okay. So that is something to watch for on Tuesday. Now, Friday is the Peace Day Resistance, because what we have continued to see time and time again is these jobs reports affecting the market. And Friday is our next jobs report. And in fact, when we look at Shiba Inu alone, last day that we got the jobs report was back here on February 7th. And we can see what that led Shiba Inu to do. Actually move from the bottom of its trend all the way to the top. It resulted in actually a 17% move. And now the thing is here is SHIB is showing a pretty strong floor here, pretty comfortable levels. Well, if we get that little push of excitement, I mean, frankly, a 17% move brings Shiba Inu back up to those ranges like we were talking about, all the way up at 4016. I'm not saying that's going to happen for sure, but definitely something to monitor nonetheless as we get to the latter part of the week. And then obviously we have the White House Crypto Summit that's taking place there. Won't get too much into that in this video. But what I will say is that there are starting to be signs that the market is prepping for an infusion of capital. Tether, once again, printing USDT. They just did $1 billion in USDT. And that's usually a good sign for the market. When printing is taking place in terms of stables, that usually means that there is either an infusion of capital that has hit or is about to hit, meaning that they're prepping for greater demand in the market. All right. So we have to wait for all these things to work themselves out. Volatility, like I talked about in my ADA video, is probably going to increase as the week goes on. But all I will say is that just make sure you're prepared. Make sure there's always a moment where the market just takes off and kind of leaves everybody behind unexpectedly. And people who are playing games, trying to wait for lower prices, this is where a lot of those people get left behind. Now, everybody can do what they want. This isn't financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. You do you. Me personally, my bag is very well loaded out. Cash poor right now. I bought as much crypto as I could because I understand what this next leg means for the market. All right. So I appreciate you guys as always. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.